Right, okay, so there's some news related to this little pedal. So this is the NUX MG30, which I have because they sent me one a little while back. It's not something I use, you know, super often, but I figured there's some news today, and I actually do quite like this little unit for price and what you get for the price. I think there's quite a lot to like about it. The first thing which is probably relevant is that we got this scene 1, scene 2, scene 3 thing now, and when we press control, we can add blocks and bypass them. So for instance here, scene 1, I've got the Vox. You know, so that's just the AC30 by itself with the IR and EQ. Then we got scene 2, we add in a delay. And then if we press scene again, we got the steel stringer coming in here. So I think this is actually the first time, in my opinion, that this NUX has been giggable, because now you can have per preset sort of 3 actual kind of different tones. I don't know if the trails will carry on across preset changes, so on No, we don't have trails, but you know, if you can now within one preset have sort of 3 tones. Okay, so I think that's cool and worth shouting about. I'll show you through this preset in a minute, just to show you what I've got going on here. But also the looper has got this new feature which is useful. So we hold these 2 buttons to get to our looper. Now if you press this little button here, we can be in NR mode by pressing it again, or AR. And what AR means is that when you press record, I'll just show you. If we press this again, press record on this looper here, it's now listening for when we start the loop, which is a thing I've seen other people asking for in other devices. It's really cool that NUX have managed to execute this for the MG30. Now we have to press this to come back out of here. Oh no. Right, that does annoy me. Double press Control to exit. And then we can get to our other... Absolute chaos that was, wasn't it? Anyway, you get the idea. So anyway, we press it once. We'll be listening for the loop to start. Anyway, so I think super cool. So just one more time, you press this first button in, you can have it to normal mode. So press this first button here, like this. You can change it from normal mode to AR mode, and AR mode means that it will be listening for your first note to know when to start the looper. And I think that's a fairly useful little thing. So other things to show you, all I've got going in this preset, it's fairly straightforward. Steel string stinger with the volume at about 10, gain at about 9, filter about 1 o'clock. Then the amp, I've got a AC30. All I've done is up the gain a bit. Then the master is at about 130, gain at about 1130. Cut is at about 11. Bass is at about 1, and then treble is at about 1 as well, and level is about 1. So that's fairly straightforward. Then we've got an IR, which is just the A212 with the Royer mic in middle, and no high cuts or low cuts. Then a 10-band EQ. There's some stuff going on here. So you see I've boosted 31.25, boosted 62.5, 125 is set to 0, and I've cut at 250 a bit, 501 kilohertz. Our level 2 kilohertz I've set to just past unity, and I've cut at 4 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz, and 16 kilohertz a bit. So you could just copy that. And then the delay, you probably don't want to copy because I've changed that significantly, so ignore that. And the reverb, I'm just using the spring reverb. But yeah, fairly straightforward, pretty cool. And yeah, the delay settings were... anyway, that's some new stuff for the NUX MG30. Hopefully that was vaguely interesting if you've got one, or let you know how it is to use the unit if you don't have one and you were looking for someone to show you how some of that stuff works. But yeah, as I say, once you go into the looper, hold in this button and you'll see NR, AR, and you can press those to switch between actually listening for your first kind of note to start the loop or normal operation. Auto record, I guess, or normal record. Pretty useful. And now we have scenes, which we can switch, which can save our block assignments, which is really cool. Catch you in another video soon. Feel free to like and subscribe. Cheers.